This is TWiT.
We had booked an interview with Joi Ito, who was the director of the director of the MIT Media Lab. He has a new book out. Denise Howell was going to interview him. And then it started to come out that Joi had solicited and taken contributions from a former convicted child molester, Jeffrey Epstein. And we were now really conflicted about this interview. Fortunately, I told Denise, I said, if he comes on, you're going to have to ask him the hard questions. We don't normally do that at TWiT. We don't want to get in confrontational interviews. But if we're going to interview Joi Ito, who, by the way, I've known for years and have great respect for, you're going to have to ask him the tough questions. Why did you take money from Jeffrey Epstein? Well, a couple of days ago, Ronan Farrow, who's been doing such amazing work for The New Yorker, published an article based on documents they got from MIT that showed, A, that MIT had said, we cannot take any more donations from this guy. He's a child molester. And that, B, Joi Ito took steps, and it's in writing, it's in emails, to hide the fact that the money was coming from Jeffrey Epstein. They said any Jeffrey Epstein donation has to be designated anonymous. They didn't use his name. They only used initials in meetings. It was a smoking gun. And within a few hours of the release of that article, Joi Ito resigned as director of MIT Media Lab. A lot of people had, at least two people had left before that. But that is quite a shocker. And I think one of the questions we would have asked Ito is, why? Is money so tight that you have to take money from a source like Epstein? Apparently, according to the Farrow article in The New Yorker, Epstein went to Bill Gates and said, give money to Media Lab. He was an intermediary, and Bill Gates gave money to Media Lab as well.
Which is somewhat mystifying because it's not like Bill Gates didn't know these guys in the first place. So
he could have.
It's not entirely clear why Jeffrey Epstein needed to be a middleman in this case.
Well, I think this is the subtext of this, that Epstein was using all of this influence and all of these relationships to kind of scrub his record. And so that makes Ito complicit in Epstein's attempt to kind of rejuvenate his reputation, an attempt that failed. I guess there's nothing more to say about it. And Jason, it's a bad. And I think Joey's done great work at Media Lab. And and I had a lot of respect for him, and I'm just disappointed and shocked, frankly.
Is Joi Ito still on the board or whatever?
At the New York Times?
He basically resigned from everything.
Yeah.
Including Digital Garage? Was that?
That was his startup. He also took money for that startup.
Digital Garage I don't know about, but he resigned from the Times and the Knight Foundation and several others. He had a gig at Harvard, which he stepped down from.
He left the MacArthur Foundation. He left the John S. and James L. Knight Foundation. He left the New York Times board. He left a visiting professorship at Harvard. I mean, this is all of it.
Before all this came out, he said that it was his responsibility to lead the healing. That's a bad sign. Whenever anybody who's been involved with something says they're going to fix it, it almost never works out.